Hi. Okay, so starting this makeup, we are going to be starting with a clean face, obviously. Then we are going to be going in with our loose powder. That's LA Girl or LA Pride. I can't really remember the name. I've carved the brow, I've cleaned the face. I'm going to be going in with the setting powder on the brows with my protector. So I don't want it to be too much. I'm going to be using the protector on the brows. The reason why we do this is to suck out every oil content on the brows. Normally I don't start my makeup with my brows, but I'm just starting this. I don't know why I'm starting, shall I know it. So I've already done that, setting the brows. Then since I've carved my brow, I'll brush up my brows, do my framing and filling. This is basically basics now, shey you get. So I frame my brows. So what I do is, this is a dark shade. This is the darker part shade of the pencil. So I frame. You can always zoom in into any part of the video. So you will see where I'm trying to give markings to the brows. And the upper part, I don't start immediately from the front. I start in the middle or a little bit farther, and I stop in the middle where I join the top part to the second part. Like, I don't start immediately in the front, same where I started the bottom part. I move like a little bit farther, then I stop and join. That's it. So it's not something very serious like that. Then I shade, I draw my strokes, then I shade. Very simple, no stress. And the better way for the brows to come out is when you use your setting powder to set the brows, so all the oil content on the eyelid, on the brow part, is soaked away. Then your brows will come out clearer. That's basically it. Nothing special in the brow. The moment you see your brows and the framing is not coming out, you go back in with your pencil. As long as it is framing, you go in deep with your frame and with your pencil for the framing. Then I'm going to be using the Younger Beauty and Nuban concealer. She's a very dark person, and I don't want to do anything that would give us another skin tone generally. So this look is going to be like semi nude gold-ish. So that's it. That's the Younger Beauty first, and the Younger Beauty is one kind of smooth, soft concealer. It is very smooth. It is too smooth. So I love to use Younger Beauty. Is it gives a very flawless application. So I'm using the Younger Beauty at the back. Then I'm going to be using the Nuban Beauty in front, because Nuban Beauty is darker than the Younger Beauty. So that's basically it. Normally I don't conceal the upper part of my brows, but since we are having the brows the the whole makeup look, so why not if not? So that's it. Then I brush, I blend rather, I blend my concealer, I blend it into this concealer. That's me using the Nuban Beauty. The Nuban Beauty is a darker shade that I'll be using for the front part of the brows. So this is to give it a skin like semi no shade. You can see that it's more like a skin shade that I'm using for the front part. Then I'll also be using the Nuban Beauty for the top part of the brows. So that's basically it. Then you can see I'm just going in with leftovers. The leftover on the on the from the Nuban Beauty that I used. Then I use it up. Then you can see where I'm showing you. Then you drag it to the front part where you didn't do anything from the top of the brow. All you have to do is just go in with your leftover concealer and drag it to the front. It's just for you to create a shade, a shadow, like there's something there whereas there's nothing there. So that's just it. Then you conceal every other part of the brow and blend. Conceal it and blend. My hand is covering what I'm doing here. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be covering, but then I'll conceal. I'm even covering almost every part of this of the top brow. But please don't mind me. Then after really fixing your brow, all you have to do is take your time, look into what you're doing, and that's it. I don't think makeup is anything new for now. Since you know the basics, just do the necessary things, blend, and it's still blending. Then you blend everything together. That's your brow. Then one thing I do most times is anytime I'm having the brows first before the makeup, I finish up with the brows, then I finish up with the makeup, then I end up going back to my brows and using a dark pencil. Not dark pencil, I mean black pencil. Okay, yeah, I'm using the same pencil for shade and is it shade? No, yeah, it's shading. No, I'm not shading. For framing, sorry, it's for framing. I go back in and frame again. But then at the end of the day, I still come back to the brow because makeup is brows. Is brow Makeup is brows and eyeshadow. So I come back to my brows after I'm done with the full makeup and I use black pencil. You use black pencil or you use the karate, your brow pomade or eyeliner gel or something. You use it and frame. Okay, so here I'm using my moisturizer. So I use moisturizer on the under part on a lower high because there you have the eye bags, there you have that's where you conceal, you do everything, all the necessary things. Then those parts they need more water content. So you use your moisturizer. Make sure that your moisturizer are plenty on those parts of the face. You moisturize the face. I use Blossom moisturizer. That's the only moisturizer I'm using because one, the weather is hot and you don't want when you are going we now here when someone is going out, we cannot be using too much moisturizer. We would rather use more primer than moisturizer because the weather is hot and you don't want the makeup to wash. So that's it. Then I used one other primer off camera. I can't remember the name of that primer though, but I can chest to Rimmel Stay Matte. Rimmel Stay Matte is a very very good primer for drugstore prices. It's a very good primer that can still work. Rimmel Stay Matte. It works very well. You can see the difference immediately. So you prime your T-zones, even the cheek. I prime the cheek basically because why not? If not, when at the end of the day you don't want your makeup to spoil, you don't want your makeup to fall off. You're not doing a dewy makeup, so and it is not in raining season, it is not cold season, so you have to prime almost every part of the face. But then before you prime, make sure you moisturize and allow it to dry. Every step of the way that you do, make sure that it is dry before you apply the next process. So after applying the primer, I spray with my Kiss Beauty. I spray, then I dry. Because the reason why you spray is allow everything to set into the skin, then you dry. After drying, that is my V foundation. I'm using the dark shade of the V foundation. I think this is the darkest shade of V. So I'll be applying foundation on her face. The cocoa is for your foundation to blend. That's it. Blending your foundation. Take your time. Don't rush. Just don't rush. Give it time. Also, as you are saying, you shouldn't rush. You should try and make sure that you are meeting up with time. Time yourself when you're doing your makeup too. So don't rush. Take your time, blend your makeup, blend your foundation, and choose your foundation wisely. Make sure that the foundation is not different from the skin tone. You can see the difference. You can see it. The only difference on this face is because one part is smoother than the other. That's all. You can see the foundation is the skin color, the exact skin color. So you blend. Take your time in blending. Blending is more important than anything at this stage. Blending is like the most important thing. Blend correctly, blend easily, choose the right foundation shade, consider the skin tone, consider the undertone of the skin so you can see the difference. Mhm. So do your foundation. Okay, over here it is advised that you tell her your client to close their mouth and make sure that the chin is open, because most people forget that even me at times I forget that I did not even apply foundation on the chin. But it is important you remember to apply foundation on the chin. Apply foundation on the chin, the inner cheek, or other the mouth line. I don't know what they call this particular line in the mouth. Let them open it. If there are those that have lines on the cheek lines, you open the cheek lines and make sure that you add foundation to the cheek lines too, because it might damage your makeup. You might have done a very perfect job, and at the end of the day you are seeing lines after the makeup. You don't want it. So you blend. You just blend. Then I'll be using Ava concealer. I'll be using Ava concealer on our under eye. You can see that most of the things I'm using here, I'm not using any outrageous shade. She's a dark skin. Whatever you are doing should be in in accordance to her skin. A tone lighter, highest 2 tones lighter. Now you will notice that I did not put concealer all. Okay, so I'm not applying all under the eye, because one, when you apply all the way under the eye will get cakey. Your foundation will break, and your under eye makeup will break at the end of the day when you apply powder and every other thing. You know when I said that you should moisturize the eye bag, because there are lots of products that will be going directly at that spot. So you apply moisturizer so that everything we are applying there will not be cakey. Then you blend up, not down. You can see the way I'm doing. I'm not doing it straight. No, I'm blending it up, like I'm making a mark sign, so that it's going to lift the eyes up and not down. You can see, so it won't be cakey. You blend, you make sure that you can see where I'm saying you should raise it up, not down. You raise it up. So that's it. Make sure you did not apply all the way, so that your conceal and your contour and your highlighting will not break. So then you do the same on the other part of the eyes. So that's it. You do the same on the other part of the eyes and blend. Please make sure you are blending well. Don't drag your beauty blender. You are to dab and not drag. Blend it, keep blending, take your time in blending. Blending is important. As long as you are using a very good product and you blend well, you are good to go. When you apply in the inner part of the eyes and the outer part of the eyes, then you blend everything together, you will see that your under eye is not breaking. So then you blend the your forehead, your nose bridge, your upper lips, and the rest you dab it on your chin. So that's basically it. In everything you do, just make sure you sharp blend well. You can see me raising the nose because I noticed one part of the nose was not really blending. So I had to raise the nose so that it can blend well. Then I contour. I think I did my contouring off camera. So I use then this is it. I'm using my powder palette as my first application. I'm not going in directly with my setting powder. No. Then you use your powder palette first to highlight before we set. Do you understand? And you don't use too much. Make sure it is little. Then you raise it up. Remember I said you should anything you're doing, you're raising it up. Raise it up at under the eye at the end of your brows. You raise it up. So you use your protector and apply powder under your eyelid. Very simple, no stress. Take your time, as I said. It is very quite easy. Apply it evenly. Don't stress it. Don't stress yourself. Be generous with whatever you're applying, but don't be too generous with what you're applying. Do you understand? Just take your time. You blend it in, blend everything in. If you check the video well, you see the mark is there. So here, right here, I'm going to be using my Fraca Magdiva Cosmetics. That's the darkest shade in Mac and Fraca Magdiva. So F&M Cosmetic. That's their powder. That's their compact powder. They also have a palette powder. So I'm going to be using that shade in contouring. I think that's the best so far that I've seen. Oh, aside all these high end products, Frank and Madiba has good powder, compact powder and powder palette. And you use it to contour your nose, contour because one, she's a very dark person. Now getting a very dark shade in that tone, it's a lot. So and we know we don't have to create very black contour. No, she because she's dark does not mean we should use a very black contour. No, it should be at least a little bit closer to the skin tone. Same thing goes for when you are doing makeup for a very light person. It shouldn't be very dark. It should be something related to the skin, but you can see the shade. You're casting a shade, you're not creating something else. So that's basically that's a very simple and sweet. Then you contour. As I said, everything you're doing, you're raising it up. Don't open the face. Give the face a little bit of shape. Bring the face close. You can see you are closing, you're making a closure on the face. You're not expanding the face. You're bringing it closer. You're not expanding. So whatever you do, you raise it up so that the face will look smaller than what it was before. Okay, then I go in with my blush. That's I think that's also Lady V. I go with my blush because she's a very dark person. I'm going to be using orange because personally I love orange orange shade. Don't mind me. I said that I love orange, so I'm going to be mixing the orange and pink together to create blush. Now you can also see that even with the blush, I'm still raising it up, and I'm not stingy with my blush. When it comes to blush, I am very 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 generous with my blush. And if you will notice, I didn't use blush. I didn't use liquid blush. I don't use liquid blush because I don't want I don't really really fancy liquid blush though. So I didn't really use liquid blush. That's why I'm using my powder blush. I prefer my powder blush than liquid blush. So this is me using the powder brush, and you will notice that I'm bringing it through the nose to the cheek to the head. So it's like everything we are doing for is from the forehead down to the nose. Then you come in with the setting powder. I'm using hair spun setting powder. I come in with the setting powder, and I am very 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 generous with my setting powder. I'm not stingy with my setting powder. You raise it up all over again. You raise it up. Make sure you are raising it up so that you are creating a cast on the face. You are not making the face spread. You're creating a cast on the face. And you use for the T zones too, your forehead and your cheekbone and the rest. You just dab on the chin and the upper lip. While at this, then I I go in with my eyeshadow primer. And I come in with my eyeshadow primer. Okay, this is me just blending the eyelid, making sure there's no debris or anything. That's benign eyeshadow primer. And I go in, I'm using the lower part of my blending brush to apply the eyeshadow primer. Why? It is easier for me to blend with my eyeshadow primer and but with the bottom of the brush at first. Then you now use your blending brush to also blend the crease of your of your eyeshadow, because using this, it helps in spreading the product you are using. It really really helps. Then you can see me now coming in with my blending brush in applying the in spreading out the eyeshadow primer. So after spreading, you can see everything is well spread and well blended. Make sure that the person you are doing your makeup for, your client or your model, eyes is closed all through this process. Make sure it is fully closed, else you will see ash lines, and you know it. We don't want ash lines in any of our eyeshadow processing. We don't want ash lines. You come back again, you blend. You come back again and you blend. Make sure that there is no problem. There is no ash lines. There is no barrier in the eyeshadow primer. Then I'm going in with my um blossom. That's blossom eyeshadow palette. I'm having just it's not really one color like that, but it's gold. So I'm going in with this very dark brown, because I'm going for a gold look. We're not triangle, it's just a regular gold look. So I'm going in with this very dark brown and black, semi like blackish. So after applying on this, then I blend it out. I blend everything very well, so there is no harsh lines, and make sure that it blends with the the skin. You can see I take my time in blending the eyeshadow. Normally, if you're going for a very nude-ish look, you can always stop at this area. But then, no, we're not done yet. You blend, then you go in with um going with skin color eyeshadow, a skin color shade, and I blend the upper part too, because we don't want harsh lines at all. Then we make sure that it only helps in transiting both colors together, both skin colors together. You can see me, this is me going in with the dark shade, the black shade. Then I'm going to be blending the black shade also together with the brown shade. Then one thing I'll be doing is I'm going to be lifting it up a little bit, because why not look cheek if not? Then I'm going to be coming back with the black and the brown, the dark brown shade now. A touch of black, then come back again with the brown shade, then come back again with the skin color shade. That skin color shade is just for you to help you blend everything together, and you won't be having harsh lines. So whatever it is you do with your eyeshadow, even if it is a very, very nude color you are doing, make sure that you are using the skin color shade to um blend in your eyeshadow, so it won't have so you won't have harsh lines. Then you go in your in the outer part of the eyes, of the eyelid. You blend, you blend everything together. It basically takes blending. You keep blending and blending and blending, using your brush, going in and coming back. You keep blending. So you can see this is me again coming in with the skin color shade and blending in again. And you will notice that in the process of blending and blending and blending, the brows, I hope you will notice that the brows is not looking as sharp as it used to be. We will now come back to it after you are done with the makeup. But then we are still on eyeshadow. You blend and blend and blend. Okay, right here I'm using skin protector, so I won't stain my makeup. Then I'm coming in with dark shade, like black, not even dark. I'm coming in with black with a very small pencil. Why? Because I want to create a very straight line on my eyelid under there. I'm creating a very straight line, so it will look very sharp. I believe you can see the difference now. It will look quite sharp. Remember in what I said earlier, in all this process, your client has to close their eyes all through. You can see, then after that I come back with my setting powder to create that straight look. Most makeup artists end up, they come out back again with concealers and use concealer in highlighting that part also. You can use it if it works for you, you can go ahead and use it. But right here I'm going to be using just the setting powder. Okay, now this particular pigment I'm using does not need pigment glue, because there are different types of pigments. This particular one does not need any form of pigment glue. That's why you are seeing me applying it directly without using any pigment glue. But if you have any pigment that needs pigment glue, you go with the pigment glue first before applying the pigment. But this particular one does not need any form of pigment glue. You understand? So I have applied the under eye pencil, the under eye black shade pencil. Then this is just me going in with brown shade, brown color to the under eye. Very simple. And I have done the other part of the eyes off camera. I've done my under eye black pencil. It's just for you to highlight the under eye. Then I went in with brown shade. Then you use your eyeliner, you use your mascara before applying the lashes. Reasons why we use mascara before applying lashes is because one, you want to straighten the lashes. Then two, most times, most of the makeup content you have on the eye, it would have fallen off on the your natural lash. So you don't want your false lashes to be looking dirty or looking looking dirty, obviously looking so unkept. So you use your mascara to brush out the your natural lashes before applying the false lashes on your eyelids, on your eyes. So what I'm doing right here is just dusting off the, the setting powder. I'm applying the brush in a powder that is exactly as skin tone, then using it to dust off the leftover setting powder that is on her face. That's how you do. You just take a little bit, just tap in into your powder and dust off the the rest of the setting powder that is left on her face. Then most times I go back again and um contour the nose, contour where contour is necessary, and do every other necessary things. You can see the difference after blending and after dusting off. It's still showing. Okay, this is me coming back. I'm still using a brown pencil here because I don't want it to be very, 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 very black. So I'm still using a very brown pencil here to come back with my framing, to call out my framing. I don't want my framing to just clear off just like that. You come back and call out your framing. No matter what you do, make sure you come back and call out your framing. Else your makeup is just going to be there. Mm. As I said, I at times I still use black pencils in calling out my framing. There's nothing bad in, okay, this is me using black pencil to call out my framing. There's nothing bad in it as long as it is framing and not filling. As long as it is framing and not filling, you can always use black pencil to call out your brows. It is just an avenue for you to 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 make the brows look outstanding. Nothing much, nothing special. And see, it is just framing. It is just the framing. Then I apply light strokes. Then I brush. Mhm. Because this brushing is quite very, very important. Then I brush. Okay, I have applied my lashes off camera. Then this is my blossom shimmer. So this is my blossom shimmer, and I am They call this shima Shannon Wole. This shima never finish for how many years? I am tired. Like I am literally tired of this shima. I have to go and buy another one so that I can dash somebody this one because the shima did not finish. I don't tire. You can see just little is more than enough. Don't stress yourself. Little is enough. Small you don do, overdo will cause you, put you in trouble. Just tap in, dust off and apply it on the face. Not too much, little is more than enough, please. So apply your shimmer. Like this is me applying another type of glow on her cheekbone, on her cheekbone, applying and the nose bridge. It's just for it to glow. Nothing, there's nothing really special about this. Okay, so here I'm going to be applying. I'm using an orange base for her because her lips is very dark. So I'll be using orange base for her. Then she's going to be blending. Then I apply my actual shade that I want to apply. I'm going to be using semi nude, not nude, but it's going to be like pinkish nude kind of. So this is me just spreading out the orange lip shade. And this is me applying the actual nude on her lip with my applicator, obviously. And the reason why I do this is applying the nude shade first is it is easier for me to blend my darker shade after applying the nude shade, because most times the dark shade, if I apply the dark shade first, the dark shade swallows up the nude shade. So with this means of applicator, it helps me apply the it helps everything blend more for me. But honestly, if the other way around works better for you, you can try it. But I advise you try both and see which one works better for you. Then this is me now applying the dark shade. Sorry, I'm blocking your view. I did not mean to block the view. And all you have to do is just make sure you're correcting and blending. Any mistake you make, correct it and blend. It is lip. Even lip is even better too. It is easier to correct lip. Any lip you create and you don't like it, clean it off and redo again. It is easier to correct lips than the face and makeup. So the moment you're blending and it's not giving, try something else. Try something else. Apply another color. Apply colors. Use colors. Correct. Very simple. No stress. I'm coming back with the exact pinkish nude again. And I tell her to my jam her lips together. And I'm just brushing out every excess unnecessaries there. I will take notes of where is not dark enough for me. I come back with my dark shade, I apply again. If anywhere is not nudish enough for me, I come back with my nude shade, I apply again. Then correct everything, make sure it is clean enough, blend where it's supposed to be blended, clean where you're supposed to clean, and that's basically everything. Okay, so after you're done with your lips, after correcting, applying and blending, what you do is come in here and clean up every dirt. What I mean by every dirt is every aftermath of the lip, every color that went out of the lip line that fell on the skin. You use concealer in cleaning it. So this is me using applying lip gloss on the lip. This lip gloss I like it because it is very well pigmented. So you apply lip gloss, and if the lip gloss falls on the skin again, you still come back and use your concealer and your highlighting brush, to your angle brush, to clean it off. Uh-huh. This is just me cleaning the excess. That's all. Nothing special, nothing much. Then you spray. When you're done with your makeup, you use your setting spray, Kids Beauty spray. That's what I use. You cover your eyeshadow so it won't scatter. Then you spray and dry. Make sure you're spraying and drying. When you're done with spraying and drying, I go back again in with my soap pro. I spray and dry again. And that's basically everything. The makeup. I believe the class was well explanatory enough. So you use your seal it and spray. That's all. The class is well explanatory on its own. So just follow the process, do the necessaries, and use good products. That's it. So this is the makeup. This is the finished look. So let me know where you have issues or problems so I can correct you along the way. You can see the pigment. This pigment does not need pigment glue at all. At all, at all. So that's it. Thank you. I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.